the masses are suffering right now.
But these bank managers are Nigerians.
They are Nigerians, yes. That's the kind of greed that the president is talking about. Because they benefit from it too. And that's why we are finding all this.
Okay.
They said you pump in money yesterday to the banks. That's what he said. He said money will be pumped out, trillions. He pumped that to the banks yesterday. Till today, I've not seen the effect.
You've not seen the effect. But it might have pumped it to the
which banks? If you go to the bank today, let me give you one example. There's a bank in Oshobo here.
Today
that I went to.
Okay.
When he was going to give out just 10,000 naira, he gave out in the old 1 naira notes and 100 naira notes.
Okay.
I mean, dirty 100 naira notes.
The existing 100 naira notes.
The existing 100 naira notes, yes. This time the 100 naira. I wanted to collect more than 10,000. You cannot collect more than that. But what Emefiele said earlier on contradicts what the banks are doing right now. And so you just find everybody just doing whatever it likes.
Thank God you are in the bank today, so you had this practical experience. You are shaking your head in disapproval when you were saying.
Well, some of the things are just exactly the way it is. Now, if you look at it, like I said,
the governors are complaining because they are affected, but he said they are complaining because
of the people.
It's affecting
them. No,
that's
why that was why I said, Mr. President is the head of state and commander-in-chief. He has information that we don't have. However, months back, even before this change of Naira note phase, the EFCC came clean and open that we know some governors who want to pay cash to their workers in the name of doing staff audits, that we are watching you. Hello, they have information that those people have the money stashed somewhere. Do you understand? So the fact that they have that information and they brought it into public space means they have told Mr. President even much more than we know. And it was after all that, those people knew they are being watched, and the accusation says some governors, we are watching them. So if anybody is standing with governors now, we should have a serious rethink about it. Because one, you can imagine in this country they wanted to jail the EFCC boss. So probably he's too edgy and heady that is not being cowed, and some people want to fight him. We'll talk about the cabal and all the rest that we're talking about.
But even there are protests in Lagos almost on a daily basis.
Today, there was a press conference. Today, there was a press conference that was now saying, look, they've told us people have stolen these old Naira notes and kept it. Whoever has it, let them take it to the bank. So CBN. If CBN says we should not spend it again, they say we should expect the new notes. The new notes, before the new notes comes, it was a public press conference today by civil societies organizations. A whole hall full of people. Because, you see, information does a lot of things. So, do we now recall that EFCC told us some governors have this money kept in some places? So must we now pat them on the back and say they are right to say it is not for the sake of passing them on the back?
So I learned that when they collect or receive their security votes in millions, some 500 million naira, some depending on how buoyant the state is, that they take them to government house in cash.
If they take it to government house in cash, we
all know that they don't spend this entire.
Why should they spend it? You see, strong institutions. We've always agitated for strong institutions.
So let's
that kind of money you are talking about. They legitimately can take it to the bank. Do you agree with that?
There is nothing but corruption.
But they don't spend it. Even on anything.
We are doing government money.
No, they could be spending it.
They can say they cannot spend it. They will see. You don't get. It is about security. So why bring cash into government house? That's number one. Number two is a monthly thing, which means if it is government money, 500 million, it comes in. For this month, we spent 300. Return the remaining 200 to treasury. That's what the law says.
Would you say politicians in Nigeria doing
that? No, that's what I'm saying. No, so if you want to have, look, we are talking about a new Nigeria. I want to change all this. You can't again. Has been taken in the right direction. One, we have intel that some people have stashed this old money. They didn't really do a new currency. They gave it a new face, a new color. So it's not as if it's much about the currency itself, but some of it has not been in circulation for a long time. It's not entering and coming out of the banking system, and we want it back. So as central bank, bring it back, we'll destroy it, and send the clean one into. But most of like the policy now is, if you still have it in whatever quantity of it you have, bring it, write it down, copy it, and as you are reporting it to the CBN before, is not straight to us. That we've seen trailer loads of currencies by people who keep it somewhere for one reason or the other. Maybe some of the workers stumbled on it. The papers will carry it. EFCC will say they themselves have seen money on the road.
Not only with governors.
Not only with governors. So it is not. So you see, that's why we are saying, why should some people now take it as an offense against them? Okay, it's not supposed to be.
Now you see why I'm saying that people took it as an offense against them. It's not really them in quotes. You see, it's because we are all Nigerians. We know what is happening right now. Okay, today now, apart from the governors crying, how many rich men have come out to carry placards to say no, we don't agree with this? It is the civil societies we are talking about. They are not the rich people in the society. The market woman is not the rich people in the society. The Okada riders, they are more suffering as of today. On this flight, go into a Korokwe in town today now. The Korokwe man will tell you, I'm not taking the old currency from you. I'm taking the new one. And if you ask him, okay, if I give you the old currency, will you give me change in the new currency? If you tell you what I have, I will give you. And that will start the fracas. And so it's causing a lot of balloon in society right now.
Is that not the selfishness and the greed?
The greed that we are talking about.
Oh, now, sir, let me quickly interject here. Okay. Now, the moment we start seeing things along holistic decision making and not bring it to the issues of what does it do to our polity and our party. So that is what leaders are expected to do. You have a right to know.
Where is he getting his own cash?
No, you don't get it. You have a right as a governor to know what is coming.
The funds.
Every of
the
commercial banks have some volume of that fund coming to them. Now, the 500 billion that even the CBN said they released is not in circulation. There is no money anywhere.
Where's that 5 billion?
500 billion.
Where's
so it's with some people. Highly placed people.
You're not getting what I'm talking about.
Now, those highly placed people.
But the money they have touched is far
more than that.
They still have some.
From what we have.
So if they are going to lose 2-3 trillion, let them lose it.
From the statistics that we've had, the money in circulation, paper money in circulation, is far below what we have in the vaults. According to statistics. Even America too does not have that kind of low statistics that we have of the money in circulation in Nigeria. So where did the CBN get the information that what we have in circulation is larger than what we have in the vaults? If the statistics is proving otherwise.
I don't understand that aspect.
Even so, I doubt if Naira is spent outside.
Very few places.
Okay, let's look at this aspect too, because it's also important before we move on. This legal tussle now. Hopefully the Supreme Court will sit tomorrow to hear the case between these governors. Some other governors have joined. We have about 4 or 5 of them now, and the office of the Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice.
I'm not part of the Supreme Court, but what I expect the Supreme Court to first of all look at is the first order we gave, interlocutory injunction that we gave, was it obeyed? That's the first thing we should look at. If you gave another, the thing was not obeyed, what are you now sitting on tomorrow?
Is that not the Nigerian in us?
That's the
CBN has not asked anybody not to disobey the Supreme Court.
But the CBN has instructed the banks not to accept this money. If not, why would the banks refuse to accept the money and they are not sanctioned?
I have made efforts to get the source of that information, and as a journalist, I could not find it.
So
that the bank should stop.
They are not accepting it. Nobody's
the old notes.
The DSS.
Do you agree?
I agree with you. And in the same vein, I think I have experienced that before.
Okay.
There was a policy when they did the policy of not allowing people who have domiciliary accounts to even withdraw from their accounts. You must go through the bureau de change.
Yes.
And I had some dollars in an account. And I went to my bank manager friend. They've told you people that it must be bureau de change. And he said, yes, they've said it. Just the way you read it in papers, I read it too. What's your problem? I said, I want my dollars. I said, write and collect your money. Nobody has brought me any letter to say I should not pay you. I read it in the newspapers, just like everybody else. And so nobody other branches. No, you're not allowing me. Other branches did not obey. So now the court has said, are you sure that court's extract has gotten to the CBN office?
No. I even learned that as at the close of official hour on Friday, the Ministry of Justice could not even lay its hands on the certified true copy.
Certified true copy is not on anywhere, so it can't hold anybody.
You know what Nigeria is. Now, if the Supreme Court will give an order, and until now, the settlement will say there someone received. I
said Ministry of Justice.
Has not laid his hands. Justice for that matter.
On the citizen.
Has not laid his hands on that.
No.
Something is wrong somewhere.
The Supreme Court has a spokesman, and we have a chief CJN now who has been speaking. He should have.
Something is wrong somewhere.
Something
is wrong somewhere. You know Nigerians go for what?
Okay.
Nigeria knows.
I don't know. Let's just quickly say this: that we are expecting it to work like magic, what we have never been used to. The court sat, made this pronouncement. The media people that were there listened to, and they reported it. Yes. However, the process of going through red tape that we always criticize, that red tape that was
to find out something along the line, something is happening.
And they are looking for a paper that was supposed to come to you, and you are now running after it.
No, they are even running after it.
Who should have given that paper out? Who should have sent that paper out? If that paper should be the person
because to me now, we want to be judge and jury in our courts. In this same country, when judges were brought out of their homes at night and forcefully ejected and said we are arresting them, so some people kept quiet. We didn't see those things as wrong then. Now
the some of us saw it as wrong.
No, that's what I'm saying. So where we stand on issues should always be on the right side, because it turns around. Now
I must be consistent.
The court sat, and after they sit, somebody is supposed to write out the judgment, send it to places it's supposed to go. And as a matter of fact, in some instances, you want to issue a subpoena to somebody, and you couldn't, you still come back to court and say, okay, so have we gone through that process through?
So whoever is supposed to do that,
the other, they have not done it.
Responsible.
So another deadline.
There's a scenario around all this. I'm not.
Let's move to the third topic. Another headless topic. So many to say, but time is of in broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yes, we said time. So we move to the third topic now. We learned that 28 governors will be leaving office May 29. 11 of them are seeking re-election.